If you offer nutrition coaching, you have a wide variety of ways how you can handle that within QuickCoach. So I'm going to show you a few different ways, but again, this is not the end all be all of options. So feel free to get creative and play around, but I'll show you a few. So let's say that you want to offer a daily meal plan, in which case, what I would suggest is naming this, today's meal plan, right? Um, for your variables, it depends on what you're wanting to track, right? This could be, how much of an ingredient that they need, how much protein, carbs, fats. You could track calories. You could do, how many thumbs of fat if you're, come from a PN background, right? So hand measurements, however you want to do that, right? But so what you would do is for each meal, you would turn it into a heading, right? And then name it. Okay? And then you would provide the ingredients or the recipe, right? Underneath. So in this case, we put in what they would need. So porridge oats, 1 cup, half a cup of almond milk, and half a cup of blueberries, right? And then we could fill in, these details. Meal 2, about 400 calories, whole wheat wrap, how many wraps, so on and so forth, right? And then you can provide them snack options. And then just make sure that you give them guidance in the plan notes about what you want them to put in the results box, if anything. So from the client perspective, here's what that looks like. Meal 1, we're shooting for 250 calories. Here are the things that you need. And then they would just go in and check them off and put in anything that they want. And then, of course, they can give you feedback at the end of that plan. Another option is you can just send them recipes, right? So in this case, here's a Mediterranean chicken recipe. What I did is I named it up here with a header. And then I also put in all of the ingredients that they would need, right? And then I also added a section for skills, right? Depending on what type of client you're working with. If you happen to know that they're not really great on how to dice vegetables, maybe you create a task for that and then you can, link a video, right? So little things like that can be nice. And then in the plan notes, give them instructions, right? Yields 4, prep time, total time, and then the different steps. So that is another option. From a client view, plan notes will have line breaks later down the road, so it won't look as crazy as it does right there, but they will see all of this stuff. So they could even put in the results box if they substituted for something or, what have you. And so that's another option. Here, you could also do a weekly meal plan. So you would create headers for every day of the week, right? And then depending on what you want to prescribe, right? Calories, protein, carbs, fats, or hand measurements, however you want to handle it, right? And then you would tell them what it is. So here I've created a task called the perfect veggie omelet. And this would include, if I wanted to do a demonstration video, I certainly could. But then it also includes how to cook that particular recipe, right? And so I could also add in, their lunch, their dinner, snack options. So, whatever I want them to snack on, so on and so forth. And then do the same thing for Tuesday and Wednesday and go all the way down. And I also created a separate weekly snack options. So that way it's not prescribed, but they have some things that they can do based on how they're feeling, right? So this would be an option for doing something weekly within one plan, okay? And then again, kind of quick view as a client, Monday. And again, give them guidance about what you want them to put in there, if anything, right? And then lastly, another option is to create their meal plans day by day. So day 1, here's what I want you to have for breakfast, right? Here's the recipe. So like, for example, when I did earlier, the veggie omelet, right? I could even create, make this a header. So, right. And then lunch, make this a header and add in another row. See, I think I have pancakes, right? And just add it in under that. And so again, breakfast. Here's what you're having. Right. So on and so forth. So just another way to do it. Again, you can do it day by day like that. And again, tell them what to put in the results box. And that is basically it. So just a few options if you are a nutrition coach.